Hey guys, so we're going to be creating the constraints for the dot eyes so that they can move around, and we have a driver for those. What you are going to need out is your outlier. Don't know why the eyes are doing this, but they are. So go ahead, and the original eyes that I had in there, go ahead and erase those and create new. Just go ahead and create a circle. Bring it over to your character and reform the shape. You just press R and, you know, scale it out, and yada yada. Go ahead and do that. And then once as you're done, you can click both of them and go to assign an existing material, and you should see pupil, and that will give you the color that they were originally. Okay. So, what we want to do is allow the animator to move this eyeball on the surface of the face, so you know they can look up or over or scale up so that they're on the face directly. What you want to do is make sure you go to Edit, Delete by Type History, Modify, Freeze Transformations. Now what we found out in class was that for some reason this file is switching the transformations. So when we do the constraint, I think I found a workaway around that. I don't know why it's working exactly this way, but it works. So since this is a constraint, not apparent, we are clicking on the object first, so her face, and then the eye. And we're going to go to geometry. Now, what you want to make sure is that your pupil, which now mine isn't doing it, so I don't know why it was doing it in the first place, doesn't have any of these transformations. If it does, come over to your outlier and find where your eye is highlighted, grab this and press delete, and then redo it again. Why it needs to do that, I don't know, but it should have it should keep the zeroed out transformation. So when you delete that, this transformation is still going to stay. Go up and modify freeze transformations again, and then redo the constraint. Okay, so once as you've done that and these are zeroed out, now it should work properly. If you grab the center of this, it will now track on the character. We can't pull it off or anything. And I've lost it on its face. As you see, it can go all over the place. And it is tracking from the center, so if I go onto her nose, it's not exactly, knowing, it's not smart of where the surface is. We want it to know that. So we are going to set the normals. So click your geometry mesh and then click your eye, and this is where it was really messing up after that first part. If you don't have the zeroed out transformations, it will just get worse and worse from there. Go ahead and click on normal, and now it's going to move up to your eyeball, or up to the surface, more of the surface of your face, and now you can see it is changing on her face. So it's being smart about the surfaces. It's following along the normals. We're going to go ahead and do that to the other eye. So I'm going to grab my geometry and then grab my eyeball. Go up to constrain. Click on geometry. Now notice this one changed over here, and that is not what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this, delete it, and try that again after I have frozen those transformations. And this time it worked. See, all these stayed at 0. That's what we want. Okay, so after that geometry is there, it is sticking to the surface of our character. We are going to re-click the 2 again and constrain and go to normals. So now this eye is smartly tracking our character's face. Cool. So we have the 2 eyes that are tracking our character's face, and now we want to set up our NURB circles. So go ahead over into Curves and Surfaces, and bring this over. Go ahead and rotate the X 90. You can either do that manually or not. And I'm going to go spacebar into our front view. I can now close this outlier. And I'm going to shape this to the shape of her eye. Control D to duplicate. I'm going to move this on over. And then I am going to click those two, edit, delete by type history, modify, and freeze transformations. Okay. So now I'm going to use a parent constraint on these. So I'm going to click the child, or click the constraint, it's not a true parent, and then go up to parent. And now I just want translate, I don't want rotate. So I'm going to hit apply. So now this will track our eyeball. We can try just the parent form. This should be able to zero out. Oops. Child, parent, P. So we could scale the eye. Obviously it's not in the center, but we could scale the eye or move it around from here. So whichever one you want to do, it does the same. Just it is going to translate from our eye, and rotating is going to mess it up, so don't do that. But there you go. I don't know what happened here. It broke. So, but that fixes that problem, and if you set them up, do it the parent constraint way. And make sure you have these settings set. Alright. If you have any more issues with this, I can try and fix them, but that should help our issue of it moving those geometries. It's delete it from here. So, thanks.